Hey, good afternoon, guys. This afternoon, we got to stop working on the square body Chevy they're working on because my sister came over and, well, she's got a 2012 Chevy Cruze and neither one of the front windows wants to open or close. So she's got bad regulators. So we're going to go in and replace those regulators on these doors so we can get her back on the road. So let me go ahead and show you guys. Well, guys, this is the car in question. I called the auto parts store and they told me that depending on the manufacturer year, if it's built before 420, I think it's 422 or something like that, it takes one motor, and if it was built after 422, it takes a different. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off, and I'm going to take them with me just to make sure that we get the correct part. So let me go ahead and start taking these apart. Guys, on these, if I remember correctly, you remove this little cover that's inside this little door handle, and there's a little screw in there. It's a Torx, and then you remove this little mirror bolting hold down to screws cover. You remove this to be able to push up on the door panel and pop it right out. So I'm going to do this in time frame, guys, and then I'll slow it down once I get to the regulator. Well, guys, on this one, we removed the cover. It was held down by little plastic pegs. Pretty simple, they just pop them out. Now on this one, I'm gonna try and see if I can get this plastic off without tearing it, so that after I'm done, I can go ahead and get this dust cover back on there. I'm going to go ahead and take it completely off. I don't want it to fall in the dirt and get dirt on the adhesive and stuff like that. I'll just remove it, put it inside the car for now, and well, let me get to that regulator. 10mm bolts. It's got 5 of them, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And a couple of connectors, which is this one right here, the motor connector. And we should be able to wiggle that thing out. So let me go ahead and, well, as you can see, look at the window. Front part of the regulator just completely snapped, so it's only being held by the back little clip. So let me go ahead and get this one out, guys. I'm gonna do it in time lapse. I'll show you the installation. Well, guys, I'm gonna get this in true time. That way you guys can see. What I did is I loosened up the 4 bolts. This is not coming off. This one stays in there. Or does it? Hold on. No, it comes off. Okay. The bottom 3 you have to completely remove, and these 2 you just loosen. They're slotted. So let me get that glass out of the way. I don't want to break it. And then, I don't know if you noticed, but I pulled out the clip. I mean, this thing was just completely, the regulator just completely broke. The cable broke, so let me go ahead and get these suckers off. Like I said, these 2, they stay on. They're slotted, so you just kind of lift and it pops out. Lift and pops out. And the connector. There. pretty simple, guys. Small little screwdriver to be able to pry off little parts. 10mm socket, and a screwdriver with a Torx bit. I believe it's a 20. It's a Torx 20. That's all I use for this one, guys. They're not that bad. They're pretty simple. There's that. The little cover on the inside, and the little cover here at the door handle. A Torx 20 in here. And a Torx 20 in here. Now, it's got a whole bunch of little clips around this door panel. I always get the one in the one corner there, and then you can kind of just gently just pull it, and it comes undone. All right. Once you get this off, don't yank it. Got to come to the back, and you got to release the door handle cable and your connector for your power windows. And door panel comes off. This is the cable. Pull the clip, pull it back, get this little round little bearing type deal off of the handle, and these two connectors. You're gonna have to remove this plastic again. Try to be careful with it, don't rip it or don't get it all dirty, so we can put it back on the door. I forgot this one, guys. On the window, you want to get it off, but it doesn't fall. Well, this one's got no guides. They both broke off. This one you just pull up, it comes right off. This one you just pull up and it comes right off. And don't forget to disconnect the cable connector. And there's that. Broken. Broken, guys. So this is what we need to get. Let me go ahead, since I'm going to take these in, let me go ahead and take the screws that I need off. That way if I seem to forget it and leave it at the auto parts store, I have everything I need to install the new one here. So and they're both 2-pin, dude. I don't know if the regulators come with motors or they don't, but I'm not going to take them off just yet. Let me buy it and see if I need to reinstall these. Alright, well guys, let me go to the auto parts store and get the stuff that I need so I can finish this one off. Well guys, went to the auto parts store and got the part for the driver's side. It's 751082. That's an Endorman, and basically what they give you is a complete window regulator and motor. So let me go ahead and get this out of the bag and get this one installed. Let me go ahead and set up so I can go ahead and start. You got that in place. Let's go ahead and get our little screws in the bottom. I'm not going to tighten them, I'm just going to get them snug. Once we get everything back together and we test out the window, make sure that it closes straight and all that, then we'll go ahead and get these bolts tightened up. Connect the motor back in. Let's get that glass. I left it out on the roof of the car, and this thing is a little warm, guys, so Now on these, let me get you a close-up of this. On these, that there is a retaining clip for the window. You have one in front, one in back. On those, what you got to do is you got to loosen up that little bolt, squeeze that window in between that clip and tighten it back up. That's what holds your window onto the regulator. So let me get a wrench real quick, guys. I'll be right back. On these, 10mm wrench because of the tight space. And I'll use a ratchet to tighten them up. I'll lift the window up a bit and well, we got the front and the back. So let's go ahead and tighten these up a bit. You don't want to go crazy on these guys. It is pinching a piece of glass. It does have rubber little grommets on there, but you just don't want to crack the glass. That's about right. Let's go ahead and start up the car and put that door panel on so we can go ahead and raise that window, make sure it works properly before we finish the assembly. Once you raise a window and make sure that it's aligned properly over here on the seal, you come back, dude, and you go ahead and tighten up the little bolts that hold that glass to the regulator. You got these access ports cut out on the door to have access to those bolts. The other one is over here in front, guys. Right there. And there's a little nut. So let me go ahead and get that one tightened up so we can go ahead and finish assembling this car, putting it back together, guys. There we go. Window rolls down and goes back up. So let me go ahead and get that plastic back on there and finish this one up. Well, guys, we got the door panel back on there. Window rolls up and down. I mean, the tint is all messed up, but that's not our problem. But all in all, I mean, this little car's done. We got both sides, both window regulators. And well, I mean, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Like and comment.